What's up, guys? It's me. I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to show you all something that I got recently. I got the new Colourpop spring collection, and it is gorgeous. Okay, so this is the box that it came in, just a regular outside box, and then in the inside it has the pretty yellow Colourpop springy type feel to it, and it came with a lot of bubble wrap, like intense, which is good because they want to make sure that the product isn't crushed when you receive it. I've been there, I've done that. It's not fun. So we're going to get straight into this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Comment down below if you want to see more videos from me. If you have any ideas of anything that you want me to review or any type of makeup look you want me to do, I'm open to everything. I need as much inspiration and everything that I can get. I am slowly starting my channel, and I need to get more comfortable in front of the camera, and sometimes I have a problem with like trying to figure out what everybody wants to see, what's hot now, and I just want to make sure that what I'm putting out is some things that you guys like to see. So don't forget to comment if you like this video, if you like my previous videos, if there's anything that you would like to see in the future for you seasoned YouTubers, if there's anything that you know that I could probably work on or something like that. I'm always down for any type of help, advice, all of that good stuff. So yeah, leave that down in the comment if you like, and let's jump straight into the review. So some of the things that I got is from this new collection, the spring collection. Some things launched a little bit before the collection, and I just wanted to pick up some stuff. I know when I went on the website at the time, they were having some type of sale. So, you know me, sale, I'm there. So some of the things I got in a duo, and it was really cool because they came out with these BFF liner and mascara. So the line with the colorful liner, the colorful mascara, I'm sorry. And so I picked up the pink liner and the mascara duo, and I picked up the yellow mascara and liner duo, and then I picked up a white liner just separately. And from the spring collection, I got 2 of the lipsticks. So they're the Cream Luxe lipsticks. They retail for $7. I got the 2 shades, Tea Time and Spring Roll, and I'm tan. So when it's time for me to look for shades, I'm gonna always fall in the tan, in the caramel, in the toffee, the medium deep family. So if you guys are wondering, what these shades will look like on your skin tone, it really does depend. If you're a lighter skin tone, they tend to be a little bit deeper. If you're a darker skin tone, then they tend to look a little bit lighter. So this is what they look like. On the website, they looked a little different. I saw a couple reviews, and they look different on everybody. I don't know, but I think these 2 are the most universal shades that you could find. I think that these shades can be glam. These shades can be everyday. Let me run to Walmart and grab some paper towels type lipstick. This first one is Tea Time, and this is the initial one that I picked when I first saw it on the website. I was drawn to this one, and I watched a couple of reviews, and I saw the other shades, the Spring Roll shade, and I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna be gorgeous. So this is the Spring Roll, and I'll swatch that. I'm horrible at swatching. So one is more pink, coral like, almost peachy, I guess you could say, but it's more on the pink side, and this is more on like the berry side. And I'm not a fan at all of these type shades, but on the website it looked different, so I grabbed it, and when I got it and I swatched, I was like, I don't know, but on with a complete look, it's gorgeous. So I grabbed those 2 shades. They had some lighter shades, they had some darker shades, but I think that these 2, I feel like they will go best with my skin tone and looks that I wanted to create with the palette. So next is the Duo, the BFF mascara and liner duo. The mascara is in the shade Pink Ink, and the liner is in the shade Ducky. I have pictures of this swatched on my Instagram if you guys want to follow me and just go over and check that out, to see it as well in photographs, because I know sometimes it looks different live. But these are pretty pigmented for the most part, and I like the formula of them. Sometimes I have trouble putting liner over certain shadows. Like I have the Rihanna Fly Girl liner, and sometimes over metallic shades it doesn't cover really good. So I'm hoping, and this is the mascara in the shade Pink Ink, pretty big wand. I thought it would be a little bit lighter, more vibrant. It's kind of a magenta like color, so I don't know sometimes if that's going to come off pink or if that will come off looking sort of red, but they do have a red one, so I'm hoping that it will show pink. Yeah, but that's the liner, and it's pretty cute, so I'm happy that I picked that up. Next we have the duo, the yellow duo. And the pink duo, it's called Sister Sister. I'm not sure if they're still doing it as a duo where you can get both, or that was just a one-time thing and now you have to buy them separately. But when I was on the site, it was the duo was called Sister Sister, and that was the pink one. Now the yellow duo is Sonny and Cher duo, and they are 15 bucks for both, and this is in the shade Yellow Goodbye. I thought that was cute. And one of my favorite colors is yellow, so I had to get this. And the mascara is just, I feel like it's really close to the Better Than Sex mascara. The wand is similar, and the packaging kind of looks, you know, it's big, it's a fat type mascara, and I'm super happy about that. I know it's not a color that I will wear every day, but I still picked it up for whatever purpose of that I might want to use it. And this is the yellow liner swatched. It's kind of like a mustardy yellow. It's not a very, very bright yellow like maybe the NYX yellow would be. I feel like those liquid liners, they're like intense, they're like bright neon. This is more of a mustard type yellow, which is pretty cool, I think, because springtime, I mean, I think that vibrant yellow would probably be more of a summer color, but this spring collection is a little bit more toned down, and I think it goes great with the palette. And so that is the next thing that I'm going to talk about, this palette. The packaging, for one, this whole collection is really, really pretty. It's very girly, flowers, wonderfulness, and this is what the packaging looks like. On the website, I felt like the palette would be a lot bigger than it was, and so when I received it, I'm like, oh, it's so small, it's cute, which is a good thing because I can travel with it if I need to, and it won't be taking up a lot of space. But I think it's really pretty, and it has the shade names on the back, and then it has this pretty like holographic, pretty design on it, and then when you open it, this is what it looks like. And of course, this is, as you might know, as you might not know, one of their palettes where they're starting putting in different textures and different type shadows. So you normally get just pressed powders, either matte or shimmery or metallic, but in this palette they're introducing their Super Shock shadow, which is a Colourpop thing. Like, they started that whole type of formula of shadows, and then they have 2 pressed glitters. This has been all over Instagram, and everybody is dying over these pressed glitters. And Prima Drama is this here, this very pretty, like rose goldish pressed glitter. It's a very chunky glitter, and that's what I'm wearing on my eyes now. And it feels really like creamy when you swatch, when you touch. This here is in the shade Early Morning, and I swatched this also on my Instagram story, and it is not as chunky as Prima Drama, but it's the same formula, and they're not the same color. This is more of a true like gold, like a gold color. This is more of a rose gold color, and then they have their Super Shock shadow in the shade Side to Side, and it's very sheer. Like, this would be more, I don't know if you can even see that, this would be more of a topper. I don't know if I'm getting it in frame. It's more of a topper. This is not anything that you would probably wear alone, unless you were just trying to throw something on your lids just so it won't look so plain. But it's more of a topper, so you can put this on top of any one of these shades more than likely, and it'll be a very cute look. But I was so excited that I got this. This is only 18 bucks. And I've been seeing a lot of palettes floating around now with these pressed glitters in it, and they're kind of on the more expensive side, I'm just saying. And for this to be $18, and then you get so many shadows, you get different formulas, you get colors that could work for everyday look, you get colors that you can jazz up and make more of a glam look. And I think that Colourpop figured out how to let their consumers get a lot of bang, if you want to say, for their buck. You get, instead of having to buy separate shadows, and they're more expensive that way sometimes, even though Colourpop is an affordable type brand. But if you were to buy pressed glitters alone, you would spend a lot more money, and you get it all in a palette. So you get versatility with that, and then also you can make looks that you could start off as a day look and finish off as a night look. Like, you could make it really soft with a lot of those colors, and then when you say, for instance, you want to go somewhere, you just top that look with one of those pressed glitters, and boom, you've made your look go to a completely different level. So that is the Colourpop spring collection that I picked up. I filmed this look, so look out for that video. I really like how it came out. I will say I had fallout with the glitter, and I am not a seasoned vet, so to say, when it comes to glitters, but I like the fact that I didn't have to use glitter glue, let it dry, and then apply the glitter that way. I feel like I would have had a lot more fallout with that if I had to do it if it was like a loose glitter. So I appreciate the fact that they came up with a formula where you swatch it, or when you pick it up with your finger and apply it, it's like a one swipe thing. So yeah, I used Prima Drama on my lid. I went in with the color Work It, I believe. Let me pull this back out. So I went in with this color as my first transition. So this shade is the shade Catch Me. I went in with Catch Me on as my transition color, and then I went in with the West Side to kind of deepen up the crease a little bit, and I blended that in with Catch Me as much as I could, make sure there was no fine lines. And then I went in with the shade Feel Free, which is this dark shade here, this burgundy wine like color. I hope this holographic isn't like blinding you guys. I went in with that shade on the end to darken up the ends so that I could create some dimension on the ends. And then on my lid, I went in with the shade Garden Date, and it's a metallic, like a shimmery metallic pink. And then on top of that, I went in with the Prima Drama press glitter, and it kind of looks like I did the whole crease, but I literally just went in the middle, kind of like you would do if you were doing a halo eye. I went in the middle, and then I just patted it in, make sure that it was down and that it was sticking. And I noticed that I'm blinking and I'm looking down and everything, and it's not getting up here, so I like that. So it's like once you place it there and you let it sit, it kind of settles, and then it's basically set. So that's how I created this look. And I did go in my inner corner with a little bit of that Super Shock shadow inside to side, but it's not really picking up. It didn't really do much, so I probably need to go in with a different color next time. So yeah, I created this look. I also used some new things as far as foundation. I picked these up at Walgreens. It's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Stick Foundation. I've never used a stick foundation before. I've always been liquid foundation. I don't know why, but I have. But I wanted to try a different type formula of foundation to see if it would give me different coverage, different finish. And I have oily skin, and I have the shade Toffee Pecan, and I have the shade Golden Tan. The Golden Tan is a little too light. Well, not too light. It's basically like almost my skin tone, but a little bit lighter. And then I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but this one's a little bit lighter. This is the Golden Tan, and this is a Toffee Pecan. So this is a little bit yellow, I guess you would say. This is a little bit more red, and they're literally like the stick version of my Photo Focus liquid foundation, which I have in Toffee Pecan and in Caramel, and I mixed the two to get my shade. And so I was trying to play it safe so I wouldn't just get one. I got two, and they were on sale, which is great, at Walgreens. That's where I get a lot of my foundations from, basically. And they were having a sale, buy one get one 50% off, and I think they're only like $5. So I got one and I got another one off, and I tried it. I like it. I will say I need to work with it a little bit more. The first time that I wore it to work, and I noticed that around my mouth it was like turning gray. I don't know if you guys have ever had a foundation and you put it on and then it like looks gray after it like oxidizes or whatever, and I was not happy about that. And then I don't know if I used too much of the Golden Tan, because what I tried to do was around the perimeter of my face, which is darker anyway, I put the darker shade, and then in the middle of my face I put the lighter shade, because that's where my face is lighter, and it just looked weird. I didn't like it. And then I'm oily, and so when I got home, I tell you, I was a grease ball, and I set with powder. So I don't know if the powder had changed the color around my mouth, and I don't know if I didn't blend right. I blended with a brush instead of a sponge, because I just, with this formula of stick, I didn't know what looks better, what would blend out better. So I used a brush and it blended out fine. It was nice when I first put it on, and like maybe 2 or 3 hours after I got to work, I noticed that it was turning gray, and I just didn't like the way it looked throughout the day. And then when I got home, I looked at myself and I looked like a real grease ball. So I said I'll give it another try. I mean, it was only $5, so I didn't want to just like throw it to the side. So I kept trying it. The second day I wore it, I blended it out with the sponge, and that sheared it out, of course. And so I have a lot of freckles here, freckles and moles all over my face, and a couple of, well, not a couple, but I have blemishes too, like dark spots from like acne. But sometimes you really can't tell the difference between the two because I have so many freckles, and I notice like over here I have blemishes, and here is a lot of my freckles, and blemishes are down here. And when I blended it out with my beauty blender, it looked okay. I put my concealer, my powder, everything like my normal routine, and then I could tell like 2 hours later, you could see like my freckles and my spots and everything. You know, it's just like, it's not as full coverage with a beauty blender, or a beauty sponge rather. So I said, okay, I'm gonna figure this thing out. And so today I went in with it again, and I used only the toffee pecan shade. I only used that. I didn't go in like highlighting the areas that I wanted with the golden tan, because I didn't know if that had something to do with it. And so then I used the brush, the same It Cosmetics brush that I got from Ulta. It's the it's a foundation brush. Look at this. It's an airbrush complexion brush, and it's the number 115 little angle brush. And I went in and I blended it out. I did everything that I would normally do. I used my concealer. I used the same Pretty Vulgar powder from my BoxyCharm that I got, and I like it today. And I actually carved my cheeks out. This is something that I don't really normally do because I don't like the way that it looks, because sometimes when I take pictures, like you can see now, it's really, really light there. And I barely left it on, and I dusted it off and all that good stuff, but it's just, it leaves that line there. Some people like that. I really don't, because it just looks like you can see like the line. I just don't like the way it looks, but I did go in with that powder and that sponge, and for the most part, overall, I will say I do like this look. I think it came out very pretty. And I have the shade Spring Roll on my lips now, and I think this is very pretty with the eyes. Like, it looks really, really good. So yeah, I filmed this look and everything, so you can check that out. It'll be up on my page probably before this video. Yeah, probably before this video, it'll be up on my page, and you guys can just comment, let me know